Navigating Career Transitions with Mutual Benefit and Understanding Abstract. This article explores evidence-based strategies for resigning professionally from employment while preserving relationships and future opportunities. Drawing from management research, it identifies key practices for effective resignations, including providing adequate notice, maintaining a positive attitude, expressing gratitude, ensuring complete work transitions, and securing positive references. The article offers practical implementation guidance with specific recommendations for resignation meetings, transition planning, and appropriate expressions of appreciation, followed by industry-specific examples demonstrating successful application across various workplace contexts. Throughout, the article emphasizes that thoughtful resignation practices benefit both departing employees and their former organizations by maintaining professional networks, enabling future collaboration, and supporting career advancement through preserved goodwill and positive references. Leaving a job can be difficult for both the employee who is leaving and the employer who loses them. While a resignation may be necessary or desirable for various reasons, it is always best to part on good terms if possible. Quitting professionally and respectfully helps maintain not only a good reference, but also allows for future collaboration or re-employment. Today we will examine research on effective resignation strategies and provide practical tips for employees to quit their jobs smoothly without burning bridges. Research on resignation best practices. Scholarly research provides insight into resignation behaviors and practices that are most conducive to preserving positive professional relationships even after an employee has left an organization. According to a study published in the Journal of Management, Smith et al. 2018, there are several key factors that impact how resignations are perceived by both the resigning employee and their former employer. Advance notice, providing at least 2 weeks' notice, or longer if possible, gives the employer time to plan for transitions and shows consideration for the organization. This builds goodwill. Positive attitude and helpfulness, leaving on an upbeat note by being solutions-oriented. Volunteer to transition work, say goodbye to colleagues, and wish the employer future success. Conveys professionalism and commitment even at the end. Expressing gratitude, thanking supervisors and colleagues for the learning experience, opportunities provided, and positive relationships fostered signals appreciation for the employer that resigning was not a reflection on them. Clean departure, wrapping up all work and leave the workspace organized helps create the impression of a tidy ending with nothing left unfinished. Positive references, checking that references will be positive beforehand avoids future issues and shows concern for how the departure affects relationships down the road. Scholars recommend integrating these best practices into a thoughtful resignation strategy in order to sustain goodwill that may lead to future career opportunities or collaboration. The next section provides practical tips for enacting such a strategy. Practical tips for a smooth resignation with an understanding of effective resignation behaviors supported by research. Here are specific suggestions employees can follow to quit their jobs smoothly. Schedule a resignation meeting. Request a private meeting with your direct supervisor and optionally HR to resign in person respectfully. Come prepared with a typed letter of resignation stating your last date of employment, which duties you will transition, and appreciation. Discuss transition logistics. Offer a notice period of at least 2 weeks or as required by your contract, asking about flexibility if possible. Identify key responsibilities and projects to transition smoothly and volunteer to create handover documents. Express gratitude and positives. Thank your supervisor and organization sincerely for the learning experience and opportunities provided during employment. Reiterate your desire to leave on good terms and maintain a good working relationship. Discuss any accomplishments or positives from your time at the organization. Address future references. Request that your supervisor or HR serve as references and confirm they will only provide factual information about your employment. Ask that future reference checks go through HR only to avoid any awkwardness. Set expectations and say goodbye. Confirm expectations and goals for your notice period. Agree to be available as needed. Take time to say personal goodbyes, thank colleagues, and wish everyone future success. Maintain professional behavior and work ethic until your last day. By carefully following these resignation tips, employees in any industry can ensure a smooth transition that leaves the door open for future opportunities. The next section applies these practices using specific examples. Application in different industries. The following examples demonstrate effectively resigning without burning bridges across different organization types and sizes. Large technology company. Jake, a senior software engineer at a major tech firm, provided 4 weeks' notice as required by his contract. He met with his director, expressed gratitude for mentorship received, and volunteered to document ongoing projects. Post-resignation, Jake was available as needed and kept colleagues updated on his new role. 2 years later, he was able to utilize his former director as a reference for another position. Non-profit organization at a small local non-profit. Emma's resignation letter thanked her bosses and the board of directors for allowing her to further the organization's mission for 2 years. She offered to help recruit and train her replacement. Emma stayed engaged as a volunteer after leaving, ensuring her departure strengthened rather than harmed relationships in the non-profit's work. Healthcare facility. As a nurse, Maria scheduled her resignation meeting 3 months before her desired last day due to her facility's acute staffing needs. She expressed commitment to patient care through her full notice and continued precepting new nurses. Her dedication left the door open to return as a traveling nurse later. Manufacturing plant. When his family relocated overseas, Frank resigned from a long-held machinist role with 6 weeks' notice at a manufacturing plant. He finished critical jobs, created detailed handover documents, and said personal goodbyes. Frank's responsible departure allowed for future rehire consideration should his relocation plans change. Conclusion. Leaving an organization smoothly and professionally is crucial for future career opportunities and maintaining positive business relationships. By following resignation best practices grounded in research and utilizing tangible tips, employees can quit their jobs without burning bridges. Providing notice, expressing gratitude, ensuring a helpful transition, and keeping future references in mind results in departures that leave positive impressions across different industries and organization sizes. These resignation strategies can be successfully adapted as illustrated through specific examples. By resigning thoughtfully, employees position themselves well for future career trajectories wherever they may lead.